Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. The topic Employee Record Management System is being presented by me, Taimur Mahmood, and my fellow members Mubashir Khatak and Fawad Amin. First of all, we will be having a short introduction of our topic and then we will discuss about its features. This project will demonstrate knowledge of how to add, modify, and delete record in a file in C++ language while using data structure. This is a employee database system program uses a file to store the student information. If you are in a university, you can design this to add or remove students information, or if you are in a company, you can use it for your employees. First of all, we have added some of the basic features in our program, but we can add more features to this program to make it more effective and better. So first of all, we have added the feature of list of employees. If we want to see the list of our employees, then in our code we have to press 1 and it will take us to the list of our all the employees in a company. The second feature of our program is employee detail. If we want to see the detail of any employee, then we have to press 2 and it will take us to the details. The third feature of our program is modify existing employee. If we want to modify any detail, for example, if the designation of any of the employee is changed, then we can modify it and edit it by pressing 3. And now the next one is add new employee. If we add a new employee, if we want to add a new employee, then we have to press 4 in our program. Then this is for the detail of new employee. If company hires a new employee, this feature will add his information. The next one is delete employee detail. This feature is for deleting the added employee information from the file, and in our code we have to press 5 to delete the record. For example, if we fire any of the employee, so we have to delete his record. So this feature is also included in our program. The next one is exit from console. If we have done all of our work, so we have to go back. In our program we press 0. It will confirm first, it will confirm and then it will exit. Now Mubashir will give you the further details of our code.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mubashir Khatak. I'm here to show you the code of the code. So we use header files like iostream, fstream for that, and this window.h to use these use in this code. So we have create a class of employee in which we use the private so for variable of that employee detail. So for variable we have a character name of 30 spaces, character ID of just 4, and then designation of 10, and enter then inth for a number like 10, 20, 30. So after that we have a function for wait for enter, that you just gonna press the enter, so it will go back to the enter uh, main menu. So if we have a list of employee, for that we have a function of list employee. So in this we just gonna show you name, id, designation, and age of that employee. uh, After you enter that the name, ID, and designation of the age, it will just below show you the just below the name, ID, and designation of the age. So we just use a while loop for that. You have to press enter, and it will go back to the main menu. We have a function for show detail of employee. It's like void show detail in the void, and you just system and then this file created for that file per persons. It will enter into that file of the person which you want to show. For that you just have to enter the ID of that employee. Then it will show the name, ID, designation, age with the vertical flow. So you have to press enter and then it will come back. After that you are just void exist and edit existing detail of employee. If you want to edit the detail of employee, so you have to just enter character. So after that you just press that key, so it will enter into the enter employee ID. So in this function we just added the you can edit the designation of employee, because name, ID, and age of that employee is same. And if after 1 year of the age will get an increment of one. So uh, for that we have just if you enter that new designation, it will show you the new designation in the in the file. So it will show you the detail, name, ID, new designation, and age. So it will save that file into the temporary file dot for that we just have entered is name is equal to rename temporary dot text into data dot text. So you have to enter, and then it will come back to the main menu. So if you want to add new employees, because in start we don't have any employee details, so you have to enter the detail. For that we have a function of new avoid add new employee. So in this you just enter the first name of we had asked you the first name of employee. After it will get take scene for, then see out employee ID. Here we show you just enter 4-digit ID. For that scene, see out, then enter designation, it will take in scene designation. See out enter employee age, it will take scene age. After that see out, so you have to press Y. For that it will save the employee information, and it will create a data file of that employee. So you have to press enter, and then it will show you the employee new ID has been created in the database. So you press enter, and then it will go back to the void. Then after that, if you wanna delete the employee detail, like if he's fired or retired from your department or your firm, so you just want to delete that file. So you have to enter the email ID of that employee. Then it will ask you for the confirmation. For that we have a cout confirm enter y to confirm deletion. So it will take, if you want to press y, and then it will enter into that. After that we have it will to delete the file from the database. So we have a file to f open function, so it will go to refer to that data file in the backer. So there we have a while function. So it will delete the name, age, ID, and designation of that employee. So after the represented, and it will show that your ID is removed successfully, and then you press enter, and it will come back to. So after that we just create a public, so it will show in front of you that main menu, like for that we have a void option, which will present you while true. uh, in this you just enter the see out and employee management system, and then we just ask you or show you about the press enter. So to view the list of employee, press 2 to view employee list. For 3 you have to verify, the 4 for add new, and 5 for new employee, 60 for exit. Press enters, it will enter to back into to that menu. So for that we use a switch case, switch, and in which we just use a case 0 for exit of the main console video. For and then it will show you the employee management system, and then you press enter. So after if you press 1, so it will into the case 1, and enter into the list employee. And if you press 2, and then it will into the show detail. 3 for editing existing file, and then it will make, and then if you have press 4, it will add new, enter into the add new employee. If you press 5, then it will enter into the delete employee data. And then after that if you want to exit from the console or application, so you have to press 0. So it will show you the employee management system window, and then if you have to press any key, so it will come out of that window. So after this now my friend Fawad is going to show you how this code run, and show you the console video.
Hi, I am Fawad Amin. I will continue the remaining presentation, which is the compilation in the user interface. First, we will compile our code as we to see our error and warnings. In our code, We will run it first. Now let's see that there is no error and warnings in our code. So let me give you an overview of our employee management system. As you can see, the main menu show us a different operation and options. The first of all, we will press 1, which will show us the list of the employees. As we can see, it is empty. So for the details to put details in our management system, so we will press 4. As we can see that there is, first of all, we will put the name. The requirement is name, so we will put the name of our group member Mubashir Khatak, and we will give the ID is 1, and after that we will give the designation, which is an engineer, and at the end we will put age. For saving this information, we will enter Y, and after that we will enter to go to back man menu. Now press 4 again for adding the detail of other employee. First of all, his name, which is Timur Mahmood, which is also a group member of our, and his ID is 2, and his designation is also an engineer in the company, and his age is also 22. Press Y for saving these details and enter to go to back man menu. We will repeat this process for our third employee as well, and adding his details. The detail is his name is Fawad Amin, and his ID is 3, and his designation is also an engineer, and his age is 22. Now again press Y for saving these details and enter to go to back man menu. Now to check the details that whether it is added to the list or not, press 1 again. As we see that the details are in the list now, so press enter to go back. Now to see the detail of the employee, press 2, which will ask for the ID of the employee. As we put the ID, it will show all the detail of that ID holder. As we can clearly see, as we put the ID, so it shows all of the detail of that employee. Press enter again to go to back man menu. Now if the company want to modify the detail of the employee, press 3. The system will ask for the ID of the person. By putting the ID, now we will change the designation of the ID holder 3 from short form of engineer to the full form of the engineer. To check this detail, we will press enter to go back, and we will check this in the employee list, which is, now we can see that the ID holder 3 designation is changed from the short form of the engineer to the full form of the engineer. Now press enter to go to man menu. Now if the company want to remove the detail of the employee, we will press file, and the system will ask for the ID of the person to remove. So put the put 1 and press Y for the confirmation. Enter now, and again we will press 5 for the detail removal of the ID 3, and put 3, and we will press Y for the confirmation and go back to man menu. Now we will go back to the press 1 for the list of the employee. Here it clearly shows that the details of the employee 1 and 3 are deleted, and only the detail of number 2 is here. Now press enter to go to back man menu. If you want to quit the employee management system, press 0. That's all about our project. Thank you very much for watching. Love is